everybody, I am Kara and this is Seeing Stitches. This is my YouTube channel where I talk all about my cross stitch things. This is Flosstube number 2. It is June 11th, Friday, 2026, and I'm going to share with you some of my whips. Those are works in progress that I have been working on. I also have a little bit of haul as well, which I'm very excited about. So if you like what you see, please subscribe. I'm planning on doing floss tubes about every 1 to 2 weeks. So my first one I want to share with you is my largest project. This is my Heaven and Earth Designs project, Rainbow Cat, artwork by Peggy Collins. Look close to you there so you can see that. So that's what the completed piece will be. It's quite large. And I will put a picture up of what it looked like before. My son did teach me how to insert photos in the videos, so I think I can figure that out. And exciting progress. I just got over to 3%. Not sure where I was last time. I will put a picture in there though, but I am now at 3.1%. So just over 13,000 stitches. I'll go ahead and show you guys. So just love the colors here. Hope you guys can see it okay. I'm thinking about investing in a ring light so you guys can see the colors better. And where I was working at was over in this area here on this side. So this is into page 2 of the pattern. I'm kind of just working my way page by page, I think. And I don't know if you guys watch Jackie from In Stitches, I've kind of been using her method, which I learned is called Field and Frolic. Just love that. That's awesome. So what I've been doing is I will pick a square, the 10 by 10 square, and I will pick the first color that is open. I will find that color and I will stitch that one color. I will try to stitch out the thread if possible to avoid, you know, having to park and to restart. And then I will just, you know, keep going throughout the whole page. Then when I've exhausted that thread, I will go back to the kind of like home base square and pick the next color that's open and then keep following it along. So I think I'll link Jackie's page In Stitches as well here if you guys want to go watch her explanation of it as well. But I really like this piece. There's a lot of areas of just like color blocking. But then you also have some very like heavy confetti areas as well. So in these confetti areas, they will continue down throughout the piece. So I will be parking threads there to continue it down. This is all DMCs. I'm doing 1 strand on a 20 count easy grid Ada. I think all of my fabrics you'll be seeing today are from Dying for Cross Stitch. And I'll link her page below. She does a great job, very fast shipping. Thing is serged. So having a very good time with this. Okay. So, and this project right here, just because of the size of it, when I'm not working on it, I am keeping it in this Vera Bradley bag, which I'd have some other just like stitchy stuff in here. But one thing I did want to ask you guys, if you had any recommendations, is dealing with the flosses for this. It is 89 colors, I believe. And I do have this nerd stand I work from. I just put this in a hoop. And then I keep all my flosses on rings here. And these are actually not all the flosses that the pattern calls for. I've been kind of kitting it up just with the colors I need page by page. I believe I have about 15 more to add. You can see it's quite a lot. All of these rings, they are in order, so these are all like 800 and 900s. These are the 3000 colors, 700 colors to 800, 400 colors to 600, and these are all like the lower, like 1 to 300 colors. But what do you guys do with all of these rings when you're working on a project? Because this little thing right here, the floss rings have a tendency to slip off because there are so many of them, and I'm probably gonna need another one too. So like, what do you guys put all of these on when you are working on your project? I would love to get some ideas about how you deal with all of them. And these I just grabbed from my local Michael's. If you do get your floss from Michael's, a good tip is to purchase them. Don't get them in the store. If you sign up for like their rewards program, which is free, a lot of times when you go online to purchase these, they will be 30% off. So I would wait, until they did have a 30% off sale. So a lot of these the times I could get a skein of the DMC embroidery floss for like 59 cents, I believe. And then you also get 3% cash back too. So I think they're originally like 79 cents each, but if you do it with the 30% off, it does, cut down the cost. And then if you're using 90 colors on a project, that can add up. So those are the flosses. And then also, I'm kind of lazy if I'm working on a project and I want to step away for a little bit. I have been just covering the project with a pillowcase, to kind of help keep the fabric clean. And then also when I'm working on the project, I will have the excess fabric kind of tucked into the pillowcase here and just resting on my lap to help keep it clean, because I'm going to be working on this for a long time. So I want to try to keep it clean. All right, so that is that project. And yep, set this down and I'll grab my next one. Lost a needle there. My next one, this is the Lola Crow Garden of Oddities. I think it was a stitch along from a few years ago. And this one here I am making for my daughter as a gift. She is very much into plants, and I thought she would enjoy it. So I will put up a picture of where it was before. Oh, let me show you what the PDF here first. No, that's not it. Huh. Well, I'll just show you what it, I'll just show you the mock-up here. There you go. And I have this section completed. And then, and most of this here, and a little bit right there. And where I have been working, I've been working on this area right here, and then also working over this way as well, just depending on the floss. You know, I'll pick the square I've been starting up in here, and then the floss color on my needle, if I'm done with it here, I will extend it, keep going down in the bottom, so as just to avoid threading and unthreading. And this one I'm doing 2 strands of the called for DMC on an 18 count Aida, also by Dying for Cross Stitch. Here, I remembered to bring a board. We'll see if that helps. There we go. So there's that. One thing I got to recently was these butterflies here. Those are so beautiful, just that pop of blue color. And this right here is an owl. And I have not done, I'm going to put the back stitching in at the end when I'm all finished. I think the back stitching will help, you know, bring out the little details. And this right here is the start of that large flower. It's kind of in the center. So really liking this. I am finding this project is a little slower going. I really have to be more careful about my tension and where my needle is going on the softer fabric. So, but I'm really enjoying it. It's so fun, like seeing the motifs kind of appear. Oh, and let me tell you guys how far I am into that. I'll put up a picture of from before. And I am now 43.74% done on this, which it's gone by like super fast. I can't believe it's just about halfway done, you know, excluding the back stitching, of course. Okay, so that is that project. Oh yes, and this I have a, this is a Samsung Galaxy 7 LTE I purchased just for a pattern keeper. All my patterns in there, and it seems to work really well. I'm not really an Android user except for this, and so this was pretty inexpensive too. I bought it refurbished on eBay. I think it was just a little over $50, which, you know, seems to keep a long battery life. And I'm kind of new to the digital patterns as well, but I do like it a lot, being able to mark off the stitches and see your progress. I'm not one to really count stitches, but just being able to see the percentage of progress, that I enjoy that. So there's nothing new on the cryptid sale from last time I had showed you. I was already done with the month's projects, cryptid, so I haven't decided yet if I want to do those back stitching names underneath or not, so still thinking about that. And oh, let me show you guys the flosses for that. So this is the flosses for the garden sale right here. There are a couple colors I have, but I have not run into them yet on the pattern, so I have not put them on my floss drops yet. So these are the additional colors that should be coming out. Yep. And this I'm keeping in this project bag that was made by my mom. This was a birthday gift, so I just love it. So cute. And then it's easy to see with the clear front, and it's a nice zipper there. So I'm gonna put this back in. Don't make too much of a mess for later. What else do I have to show you guys? Oh yes, I did purchase a pattern. Very excited about. I'll put a picture up here. It is the Chopping Mall Stitch Along from the Witchy Stitcher. It's from a few years ago, but that I've been looking for a pattern, something that my teenage son would enjoy, that I could make for him, and he really enjoys those kind of you know, horror movies, and I think that pattern will be just up his alley with all of the different you know, serial killers, like Jason, Freddy, Pennywise is in it. That looks like a lot of fun. I did order fabric for it as well from Dying for Cross Stitch in the Up in Smoke color, and I got it in the 18 count Ada. And I did purchase the flosses for that. Let me get those out for you. I did have some of the floss in my stash, surprisingly enough. I can't believe I've done enough projects to actually have this stash. But these are the colors that I did have from a previous project, and I did have just a skein of black. And then these are all of the other flosses from the pattern. Love all the colors. My Michaels was out of one of the colors they did not have in stock, so I will have to check back for that. And this pattern, it calls for the DMC Etoile floss, which I have never used before, which I'm kind of excited about trying out. They're several different colors of that, and it's looks like it's just like a DMC with a glitter in it almost. You can see that. So it'll be interesting to see how that is to stitch with. Hopefully it won't be as difficult to stitch with as just like the metallics are, you know. But yeah, if any of you guys stitched with this kind of floss before, any tips I should know working with this floss. I'm planning on using 2 strands over on the 18 count fabric. So if you guys have any tips with working with this, let me know. And this I will be keeping in this bag. Again, this is my mom made for me. Look at this fabric. The Star Wars, isn't that awesome? My son like enjoys Legos, Star Wars, and all that kind of stuff. So this will be perfect for this project. There's a plaid on the back. So actually, yeah, the fabric is scheduled to be here tomorrow. So I'm hoping next Flosstube I'll have a new start to show you guys. So I'm pretty excited about that. I try not to have a lot of whips going at once, but when I saw I was almost 50% with the other project, I'm like, yeah, it's probably time to start, you know, at least looking for something else to do. And I also need a needle minder for this one. I have exhausted all of my needle minders, so I need another one. And my son, his school for band, they had gone on a trip, a band, they went on a competition, they did very well, and then they went to an amusement park, and he was got this as part of that. See it? It's music in the parks. And I thought this would be just the perfect size for a needle minder. So I asked him, you know, if he was going to use it. And he said, no, you know, Mom, you can use it if you want. I'm not gonna do anything special with it. So there is a tutorial that Adam Hart Cross Stitch has put out on how to make your own needle minders. I'll see if I can link that in the description below. So I did purchase some magnets on Amazon today to give that a go, and we'll see how it works. I am kind of, this here, it is sharp, and you do have to cut that off, so I might have my husband do that part. But yeah, I think that'll be fun. So I think that's all of my whips, my little bit of haul there. I think for my plans for the next week, I'm just going to continue to work on the Rainbow Cat and Garden of Oddities, and hopefully I can get some stitches done in the chopping mall pattern as well. Again, I don't really count however many stitches, and I don't have certain days I do certain projects. I just kind of go by what I feel on doing that day, because this is a hobby. It's supposed to be fun, right? Yeah, little life updates. My son, he will be graduating high school very shortly, which I can't believe it's gone by so quick. My daughter, I believe, is coming home from college this weekend. She's doing an internship up in Buffalo, so it'll be nice to see her. I am signed up for a trail half marathon in 3 weeks out in the Finger Lakes region. So looking forward to that. I'll be doing a trail run tomorrow, about an hour, I think. And also, just so it happens, out near where that trail run is, there is a local needlework shop. I'm so excited to pop in there and take a look around. There's really nothing in my area here, so I kind of have to do everything online except for what's available at my local Michael's. So that's exciting. So yeah, thank you for spending some time with me looking at my cross stitch projects. Please leave me a comment if you have any suggestions on how to manage that all that floss, any tips on working with the DMC glittery floss there. I really would like to hear from you guys, and I'll link. I figured out how to do the picture-in-picture, so I will try to figure out the links with this video here. My son is home, maybe he can help me do that so I can link everything. So if you guys have a great great weekend and a great stitchy week, and I will see you next time.